Not generally brooding, but certainly foreboding. A sinister twinkle sometimes flickers in his eyes. Dark hair, dark eyes, beautifully tanned skin, and a body that would set my panties on fire if I could wear physical panties. Yeah, he's the one that drives you to the fine edge of pain, and that's when those moans become disbelieving, as though they can't possibly fathom anything is quite so good. 4 is definitely my favorite. 2 is a close second, though, because he takes his time. His blonde hair is a stark contrast to 4's inky black hair. The two side by side have no visible similarities, besides the fact they're carved like sexy stones. 3 is probably the most attractive, blindingly gorgeous, to be honest. But it's wasted because he's so selfish with his body, only touching but never letting anyone else touch. His hair is almost as dark as 4's, but it's just a little lighter, always messier. But it's messy in a deliberate way that only spikes his appeal. And again, that body. 1, who is built just as freakishly perfect, has very light hair but not quite blonde. It also looks the softest, and I really want to get my fingers tangled in it one day. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm terrible for watching these people in their dirtiest, darkest, most intimate of times when they're utterly clueless of my presence. Yeah, I felt that way for the first little while. During that time, I would flicker in and out. It seemed the longer I had my eyes on them, the longer I was able to stay in this place, their world. But when I would seal them out during these intimate times to give them their privacy whilst I called that nasty skank a string of names, I'd slowly start to fade. What sort of self-respecting woman would allow 4 men to touch her like that? How sickeningly filthy would one have to be to partake in such acts of debauchery? After years of no one being able to see you, hear you, smell you, feel you, or even sense you, you stop giving a damn about what other people might think of you, and you face the truth of who you really are and what your moral compass truly is. Because your opinion becomes the only one that exists. No one else even knows you exist. Turns out, I'm a shameless hussy. I watched, I coveted, I even did some really questionable things to try and actually possess whatever woman they brought home with them. I'm apparently not the possessing type of ghost. Or poltergeist? Am I a poltergeist? If so, I'm terrible at it. I can't even rattle the electricity or change the channel on the television. Power surges are obviously way out of my league. Anyway, I've since perfected my own personal fantasy. Living, watching, learning. I know all 4 of them as if they're my real-life family. Well, not family, my people. There. But they have no clue I even exist. When I'm watching them watch TV, okay, that sounds creepier than it is, I like watching their different reactions to the same thing. 4 always likes the gory stuff. He actually grins when blood is slashed. 3 lights up like a horny teenager when anything to do with sex is on. Ironic, since he's the worst one at the act. 2 likes to watch with heat in his eyes instead of eager, unlike 3. He also likes to watch his friends, definitely not brothers, learned that, have fun with the girl of their combined choice. 1 is the type to react differently the most to things. Sometimes he's into gore, sometimes the sex. Jude is my favorite, of course. He's the one I would have first. I'd never settle for just one. I'm past all points of dignity or respectable difference. I'm not a lady anymore, possibly never was since I can't remember. I've endured this for over 5 years. I've only caught glimpses of the other world they frequent. They're certainly not from America, it seems. No. They live in a rather elaborate place where the colors are brighter, the smells are stronger, and the people are really dark and scary. Somehow it feels familiar too, though I'm not sure how. Hard to explain, since I'm a ghost with no knowledge of my past or other world.